Season's greetings, YouTube friends. I wanted to hop back on and make a quick video and read 2 or 3 pages from the book, The Deep Spring, A Few Words in Favor of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. by Teddy Macker. So I'll pick up where I left off, and this is Mr. Kennedy speaking right in here. So let me get it to focus. So he says, I have to get up every morning and say, reporting for duty, sir, and then go out and push the rock up the hill. And whether I get it up and over is irrelevant. Whether I win the presidency or not is ultimately irrelevant. I only have control over what I do on a day-to-day basis. The outcomes are in God's hands, and I have to have faith in that. I can feel peaceful and content within myself, which is ultimately the objective, as long as I continue to be of service and keep doing the next right thing. So if you ask me, the legacy that my dad gave me, that is one of the important lessons. As I reflected on this remarkable answer to Ms. Heller's question, my thoughts were many. First, I thought of that sentence. It is a privilege to have a duty that I am supposed to do. For a man who suffered so, to say such a thing is, I find, something extraordinary. How refreshingly uncomplaining and noble-minded. Then I remembered a biography of Mahatma Gandhi. I recalled how Gandhi's favorite book was the Bhagavad Gita. Mother Gita, he called it. I turned to it for guidance in every difficulty, and the desired guidance has always been forthcoming. And I recall how the Gita contains these famous lines. You have a right to your actions, but never to your actions' fruits. Act for the action's sake, and do not be attached to inaction. Self-possessed, resolute, act without any thought of results, open to success or failure. I'll read one more page. Then I remembered a few haunting remarks from another Stoic, Marcus Aurelius. In his diary, that leader of the Roman Empire, he was said to have held the highest and most powerful station in the world at the time, exhorted himself thus, think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live properly. Finally, I recalled a favorite Zen story about a monk who refused to leave his temple when an invading army stormed his village. Every last soul had fled but for this one old monk, and the general of this invading army was curious about this holdout, curious what kind of man he was, and directly proceeded to the temple. When the general didn't receive the trembling deference he was used to, the general, reaching for his sword, shouted at the monk sitting on the mat before him, "Don't you know that I am a man who could run you through without blinking an eye?" To which the old monk calmly responded, "Don't you know that I am a man who could be run through without blinking an eye?" Could Mr. Kennedy not only have his father and uncles inside him, but a streak of Gandhi, a streak of Marcus Aurelius, and a streak of that old nameless monk too? Spirituality comes up again in a Zoom interview with Russell Brand. Mr. Brand asks Mr. Kennedy how he remains unfrightened in view of the media criticism and Mr. Kennedy's speaking out against. And these are Mr. Brand's words: the most powerful elite establishment interests on earth. Okay, I'll finish there. And before I sorry. Oops. Before I hop off the video, I like to share like movies with people. So hold on. This is kind of a cute movie. It's called Up the Down Staircase, and it's free on YouTube, and it's a drama. It was released in 1967, and it's with the actress. Her name is Sandy Dennis. So yeah, it's a good movie, and I just wanted to share that with anybody who might want to see an old movie from the late 1960s. Yeah, it's called Up the Down Staircase. So, and then the last thing to share is, I just wanted to share that I found these items yesterday at the thrift store in Ventura. It's the Boys and Girls Club thrift store, and these were 2 for $1. So I picked up 4 of them. They're Pine Berry hand soap, and they're you know, those make nice gifts. I'm gonna give one to my 2 sisters, one each to my 2 sisters, and then one for my a friend of mine, and this is for my neighbor, my next door neighbor. And then also I wanted to share this beautiful brooch. I found it yesterday at the thrift store for $3.95. So I cleaned it real carefully with a little bit of mild soap and a toothbrush and a little bit of baking soda, and rinsed it. And yeah, isn't that really unique looking? I like to think of her as a Christmas angel. Isn't that pretty? So I wanted to share that. And then lastly, after dinner, I cleaned up my kitchen and I baked some cupcakes. And being that I have everything organized, all of my baking ingredients and supplies and all of that, it was really easy and simple to whip up some cupcakes really quickly. And I only frosted, well, 2 have been eaten here, but the rest of them I've put in a plastic zipper bag, and I put those in the freezer. I didn't frost those, but I'll frost them another time. So, all right, you guys, just wanting to share the Christmas spirit with y'all. All right, good night. Take care. See you next time. Bye.